Hello you guys, happy Sunday. How y'all doing? So today I am making the Cajun crawfish fettuccine, and I'm also putting together a peach pie or cobbler. I've already started getting ahead so you guys won't have to spend a long time here today. So kind of just putting everything together so you guys can just see me move kind of one thing to the next. So glad y'all are here. Gonna hop in now and start sauteing my vegetables for the crawfish fettuccine. How y'all doing this Sunday? We're gonna hang out for a little bit and get everything started. Yes, we are. So glad y'all coming to join in. So I went ahead and cut up everything that's going off inside of this delicious recipe. This actually is the bell pepper, white onion, and the celery. So what I'm going to do is now I have some butter here that's melted. Put y'all down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to pour it in. All of that goodness in there. And get those sauteed till they get soft. Thank you guys for coming in and joining. I think my noodles are almost ready for me to take those off. Did you guys get a chance to look over all those ingredients that's going into this delicious meal today? This is my first time making it. Actually, on my last live, I asked for those who were joining in to send me their ideas that they would like for me to cook or try here on a live event. So this one was submitted by my brother, and he didn't think it would be healthy enough. So, but I'm going to show you guys how this can be healthy and be guilt-free. So that's how this meal came about. If you have a suggestion or a recipe you'd like for me to try, go to my Be Fit For You Let's Cook page, submit it there, or send it through my messenger. I'll look over the recipe and see if it's something that I could actually create or do here on a live. So yeah, we got those. We got the onion, bell pepper, and celery going. Gonna hang out for just a minute. Had to get my water. When I talk, I get my mouth get dry. So I'm bringing you guys over here. That's why we're waiting on the bell peppers, onion, and celery to soften up, because you gotta have that soft. You can't have that crunchy. Some meals you can have that, but this one calls for it to be softened. And that's exactly what we're gonna do, is make sure that those veggies get soft. So while we're waiting on that, I would like to show you guys how I actually make it's kind of like a cheap peach pie cobbler. Don't get it twisted. I know how to make homemade rolled out flour, but for time's sake, I'm taking a little shortcut here. I did not peel these peaches nor cut them. They are canned, but I promise you, I know deliciousness. So what I do is when I'm preparing it, and I'm just gonna kind of cheat, I have prepared the peaches, and what I put in the peaches is, of course, butter, sugar, and nutmeg. You guys see that? If y'all could smell it, that would be another treat. That would be very, very much so a good treat. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay. Got it on. Okay, just making sure everybody is able to hear and see. All right. So I did that before you guys came on with me. So then what I actually do is I kind of just lift out all my peaches, pour a little of the juice off in there until I get my crust on it. This so in case it's hot. So I'm kind of like, just for time's sake, I show y'all my shortcut of making this peach pie cobbler. All right. Okay. Set that there. I got like 2 spoons for this peach cobbler. I forgot I had one already out. So I just kind of put my peaches on here. How many of y'all like more crust than peaches, or do you like more peaches than crust? I'm kind of either or. It don't really, matter to me. A little bit, I think I need a little bit 50-50. Sometimes I know some people just like the crust with the juice. I gotta have a little bit of both, like meat and potatoes. So I'll just put that in there. This is my shortcut. Like I said, I know how to roll and make my own crust. My granny and my mother taught me very well, but like I said, for time's sake and just to show you guys how to make something good, real quick, simple, fast, especially with it being hot, which you're trying to be in and out the kitchen, so you're trying to have a good dessert to go with a good meal, this is the way to go for me. And then I just kind of put a little bit more. This mixture is nutmeg, sugar, and butter. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. While that sits a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my noodles. Hello. Hello. Just getting in. I'm gonna pull off these noodles. Get them cooling. Yeah, you guys, I went ahead and tried to get a lot of this prepared so y'all wouldn't have to like wait a long time to see this magic unfold. So, just coming over here to cool off the noodles, because you want to make sure you give them a cool bath when they come out to stop them from cooking. How I boil the noodles, put sea salt in my water and a little oil. Yep, we got us some good noodles. Y'all can't see. I'm gonna get y'all in there so y'all can see. So we're just giving them a cool bath. That's all we're doing here, is giving them a cool bath. And I'm gonna leave that on low for a little bit. And we're gonna go back over to our sauteed vegetables that I have going. And I'm gonna turn off this eye right there. And I have bell pepper, onion, and the celery that's going in. And we're waiting on those to soften up. They got a little bit, maybe about 5 more minutes, and we can start combining everything to make the sauce and adding the crawfish in for those noodles that I just took off. Okay, you guys, so now let me show y'all my other hack to finishing off the pie. So we got this already done. What I do is I get this part, and I take my butter knife, and I make a circle on the bottom, and I just take this part and I just place it on top of here. Easy peasy. And then I kind of layer these pieces around the top of the other crust. So it's kind of like a double crust effect. Yes, I'm cheating the system because it's quick, it's easy, and it's gonna taste very, very good. Very good. When I'm just gonna be making maybe a pie one day, I'll show you guys how to roll out the dough to make the crust, and that's all we'll make on the live, so you guys can see that I know my way around the kitchen. But today I have a whole nother meal going for you guys, so we're just gonna try to, you know, give you a little both worlds. We're gonna give you dessert, and we're gonna give you a good meal. And I just kind of press that in place. Just my little shortcut. Just my little shortcut. Now you do what you do at your house, however that may be. But this is how I do it when I got a taste for it. And you know, I don't want to, it's just me, and I don't want to make a big old pan and to me rolling out crust for just a taste. You know, sometimes you just got to get your taste. Just as soon as you get your taste for it, you know. Sometimes it get ugly toward the end, but that's all right. It is a-okay. We're going to still fill it in, and we're going to still be all right. We're going to move that over. And my little crust fell and broke, but that's all right. It's double crust. It is double crust. It's like a little assembly. That's all this is. That is all that is assembly. I'm gonna stir up my veggies a little bit more. They're almost right where I need them to be. Tender. Hello, you guys that are coming in or come in. I'm concentrating over here. Now what I do is I just kind of make a little thing so these connect. Just piercing it. Okay, you guys. I'm going to clean out my pan just to get all these crumbs out. And we're going to put it in the oven. And while we're building our fettuccine, this pie will be making some goodness will be happening in the oven. So y'all, that's all I do. Just when you want to get your taste. Hey, where's a peach pie cobbler thing? That's kind of my shortcut, niece. You know, Annie know how to make it from scratch. But for, like I said, for time's sake, this is how I'm gonna make it today, because I have the main attraction, the crawfish Cajun crawfish fettuccine. And I believe my noodles should be cool. And turn that water off. Y'all know I gotta clean as I'm cooking. I have to. Okay, let me check. Got my noodles cooled off pretty good so they won't continue to cook. I already know. Look, niece, I already know. Like I said, for time's sake, I got 2 rolling pins. And I got gifted one for Christmas. I already had one and then got gifted with one. So when you're doing live, you can't. It's just a short amount of time that you had to gain people's attention, and rolling out crust with flour and shortening and all of that and rolling it out, and I got to keep you guys engaged. So like I said, one day when I'm just making dessert, I'll show you guys. I know how to roll it out with my rolling pin and how to put it together and make a deep dish one. But today ain't the day. So today, so y'all will get, that's the 2 things, we did a little shortcut. I did a little shortcut. So guys, my bell pepper, onion, and celery is looking good. It's looking good and ready for everything to start being put together. The next thing that we add in here, well, let me just tell y'all. Well, y'all seen on the on my Facebook, Be Fit For You, Let's Cook page. Bell pepper, onion, celery. We have our chicken broth. We have our cream of chicken. We have our half and half. We have our rotel. And we have our crawfish. Our fettuccine noodles are cooling in a bath, a cool water splash bath, whatever you want to call it. And I have my Velveeta cheese here. So let's get at it. I'm going to put in, and y'all, I had that recipe. That's for like a big group of people, so I'm not following it because as far as how much goes in it, because if I make that, it would be like if I was going to a family gathering, or you know, if I was having company, and I'm not. So I'm actually gonna make this to where I can have it for today and maybe maybe tomorrow. So I won't be using, like I said, a full can. But I'm going to eyeball it according to how much I have in here of the bell pepper, onion, celery mixture. Kind of like a ratio. Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay. Now when it comes down to the liquid, I'm going to use all of what it calls for on the liquid. Because what you do not want and what I don't want is dry noodles. I want the noodles to be absorbed with all of the sauce. So I'm going to make sure that I use all of the ingredients for the liquid part of it. Like as far as the chicken broth, the cream of chicken, I'm going to make sure to use all of the liquid for that. I think my noodles going to be good. Yeah. Very good. They are good to go. I had to put myself a little note up here, you know, to stay on focus, on track. Yes, yes, yes. To stay on track. Yeah, that looks so good off inside of here. Let y'all see. Y'all see? Uh-oh. Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because we're gonna get at it and knock this out. The next thing it calls for is our cream of chicken. And 1 cup of chicken broth. I mean 1 can of chicken broth. Since I had a thing, I'm just gonna fill up my can here. And that's really gonna help to get all what was left of the cream of chicken anyway. So most of the time people will pour water off in it to get the residue, what's left behind. Whatever meal you're making, you can always enhance it by using, if it's a chicken based meal you're making, you could always put chicken broth in the can to make sure you get all the residue out or all what's left behind. Or if it's like a beef, you could use the beef, or you could use a vegetable one, broth, to get your can. And that keeps all your flavor too, instead of using water to clean out your can. So see, and we're gonna mix that up. Yes, Lord. That is smelling so good. Just the veggies got it smelling good in here. What are you guys doing today? How y'all spending Sunday? Besides watching me, which I appreciate very much so. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. Okay, you guys, we're gonna stir this up and make sure those cream chicken and the chicken broth and those veggies, they're looking really good. Brother, you see that? It's already there. It's already there. Getting there. Now on that recipe, y'all, it didn't say anything about seasonings, but I'm going to use some Cajun seasoning, and I'm going to use a little bit of this garlic and herb, salt-free, and maybe a pinch of black pepper, because I just don't believe in cooking without some type of seasoning. I mean, yeah, you got your vegetables, but that to me is not seasoning. You still need to put some other seasonings off in it, as far as either Slap Your Mama or whatever seasonings you use, but I'm usually with Slap Your Mama or black pepper, or that other McCormick one I use with the black pepper, sea salt, and paprika mix in it. And y'all, I don't know, I'm just going by eyeballing this. It just has to look a certain way to me, and that lets me know. Because I want seasoning in it. It just has to, eyeball it. Just a little bit more. You gotta kind of be careful with these because they'll be salty. That's why I'm using this other This garlic and herb one, it doesn't have any salt. And I'm just using it just a little bit. Don't need a whole lot of it either. Yeah, as I was reading that recipe, I was like, well, what are they gonna do with the meat? So I'm gonna add in my half and half. The chicken broth and cream of chicken. It's looking real good. So now we're gonna go in with our half and half. Goes in the oven. So y'all following me so far? Got the cheese in there. Ooh, ooh. Once that cheese melt, ooh. Y'all see that goodness, huh? Yes. Who all is in the room? I see. Okay, okay. I'm telling y'all, people be sleeping on this. Ooh, ooh. Y'all, that's so good. So good. While we wait for the Velveeta to marry with everything else in there, I'm gonna do a little cleanup, putting away stuff. But before I do that, or while I'm doing that, I want to give y'all like a little background of why I created Be Fit For You. And it happened before, my thoughts about it came to me before I retired. Once I retired, it didn't have it on the recipe. I didn't see it. You probably could have put shrimp in it, but I didn't see it on the recipe. So I didn't put the sausage in this one. I just had the crawfish. I was gonna put shrimp, but then when I was reading it over again, I didn't see it, and I was like, I want to be exact to what was in that recipe. I wanted to go be exactly to it. Hello, you guys. Yes, indeed. Now you're gonna make me I'm sure you could put the sausage in there, but I didn't see it in the recipe. But back to why actually. Okay. why I actually started, or the thought to me for Be Fit For You came before I retired. And once I retired, it really was constant in my mind of I need to do it, I should do it. But it stemmed from when I actually got sick and they put me on prednisone. The prednisone made me gain weight. And I ended up, they had me see a nutritionist. And then seeing the nutritionist was showing me how to eat, what not to eat, because it was actually going against the prednisone. So once I understood what was actually making me bloat, what was making me retain water, I had to change how I prepare food. So that's why I use like sea salt, Himalayan salt, or things that have no salt in it. Also, with high blood pressure running in my family, that being an underlying thing, and I don't want to have, so I try to watch what I eat, how I prepare it, working out. So all those things combined with being diagnosed, going through the nutrition, going through just the ups and downs, I was like, I know I'm probably not the only person that has like a struggle, or I've had, issue with trying to maintain. It seems like you do one thing and that sets off something else. So all these ideas just flooded me once I retired, and I was like, I had time on my hands, so I was like, well, let me just start, putting things together that I can post. And for the longest time, I sat on it because, you'll talk yourself out of doing things. And I would sit on Facebook and I would see, people doing it. And this is how the devil work, y'all. This Sunday, but this is how the devil work. What is it about your stuff that somebody's going to come watch that they don't watch on somebody else's channel? Well, you know what? God has a ministry for everybody. Okay? Because if it was just one ministry, it would only be one church. There would not be Pentecostal, Baptist, Catholic, Episcopalian, or whatever, however you pronounce it. It wouldn't be all of these different things as far as religion if it was just one. So I said, you know what, Pam? You always cook for your family. Why not share it? Somebody, can learn tidbits off of it. So that's pretty much how I said, let me just start cooking meals that's kind of quick that everybody can jump in on and learn. The air fryer, me getting the air fryer, that kind of helped to show everybody how my experience with the air fryer was and how I use it. And actually, my brother has gotten an air fryer. I had one of my other friends call me yesterday. He went out and bought a crock pot because he liked the Mississippi pot roast that I made. So, if I could just touch one person, it's enough for me. It is enough for me. So this is the crawfish, and I'm about to add it off into my cheese sauce, or my base. I'm gonna call it a base because that's basically what it looks like to me. That goes on your noodles. Let me turn y'all guys down. Thank you guys for joining me. And thank you again, brother, for sharing it. Like we talked about, this is not something I could eat every day. I couldn't even eat this meal every week. But I feel like if we watch the portion size that we eat, how often we eat something, then you should be able to treat yourself every now and again to, something that has, this will be like a lot of carbs. I didn't count them and I'm not going to count them. I want to have something good and decent to eat today. So I am not counting them. Now, for those of you who count calories, I don't have nothing bad to say about that. If that works for you, that makes me anxious when I'm trying to count calories or something. So I just make sure that I watch my portion intake. And then I don't have to worry about counting carbs and all of that jazz. Y'all, I'm taking out my, you know, you eat pasta, you gotta have like some garlic bread or, you know, some kind of bread. So I'm just taking that out. I got some Texas toast from H-E-B with the 5 cheese on it. That's gonna go with this meal. Sure enough. Okay, so putting in the crawfish. Putting that in. So you see why I added that seasoning in there? Oh, y'all. Let that cook a little bit, and I'm gonna go and get my noodles ready so I can dump this on it and we can get it into the oven. I got my dish already waiting for it. Almost ready. They're waiting on it. Let me get these noodles. Brother, now you asking me about that sausage, and you saw the recipe, and you seen me post what I was gonna put in it. If you said, hey, put some sausage in it, I would have picked it up and tried it. I would have. I sure would have. So y'all, I got my noodles. They was over there chilling out, waiting on this goodness right here to be added on it. So move all of this stuff out the way. Just a minute, you guys. Yeah, I know. You should have told me. I'm telling you, I had thought about putting some shrimp in it, but I was like, I ain't gonna deviate from the recipe. But I know I love seafood, so I'm telling you, I had a whole bag of shrimp too, fresh shrimp too. I was like, somebody gonna see them and be like, why she put that shrimp in there? But see, there again, how the devil be working. Look, I just need to listen to self first. Don't worry about what other people gonna say, because you'll never be able to please everybody. You barely please some people half the time. So, y'all, I get nervous when my cooking space ain't right, so patience, please. Let me have to get stuff out the way. That's my OCD isms. I can't stand a messy workstation. I was giving that cheese, that Velveeta cheese, some time to, you know, melt and get real good. Y'all see it? So I got my noodles here. So I'm gonna turn this burner on low for my noodles. I'm gonna set that there. Bring my noodles over. Y'all look at this. Woo, and it's splashing. There we go. It's splashing. I knew to have a big pot when I was making this. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, nope, I need to get my big pot out. I need to get my big girl out. I was like, yep, got to get my big girl on it. So y'all see, I have now put in the noodles. I'm gonna put this over here. And now I'm gonna get it put in the oven. And I'll check. My pie is doing good. looking for my, I done clean. Now I'm looking for my spoon. Here it is. So I can put it in the pan. Y'all, this makes a lot. And I cut it. I cut it in like, try to bring it down for a serving of 2 or 3. So, all right. Got my pan. Uh-oh. Bring this to the side. All of this that's in there, that's gonna be a whole lot. I probably got to freeze some of this. Cause there's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all of this. And this is the best. See? Give me a minute. I'm gonna get my towels. I'm all about presentation, you guys. All about presentation. All right. All right. Look at that goodness. Ooh. Y'all see that goodness? Lordy, Lordy. Yes. See that? Gotta make sure I get that right. Yes, even with me trying to eyeball it to make just one, I still got a lot. Still got a lot. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make sure I get all the meat out. Definitely gonna make sure that okay. All right, you guys. I'll put that back. And we're going to get this popped in the oven so we can get to cooking. 35 minutes it says in the oven. And I'm going to check my pie. High in the sky. Oh. Pie is looking good. We're gonna move that over there. And we're gonna pop this on in the oven. All right. Bam. Got her done and in. Pie is almost ready. Y'all get to see me how I top it off. And now we're just waiting on the fettuccine. So I'm gonna put a timer on it. right. All right, you guys. I cut it in half and half and half, but that's noodles, and I didn't even use all the noodles. To make that, I still have some over at the sink that I didn't use. But you know, noodles, they'll swell up and be more than what the pack. It kind of like doubles itself. So, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough to actually make the recipe. So, and I do. So what I'll do is, not all is not lost. Once that cools, I will bag it, freeze it. That'll be a meal that I can just come in the house and just thaw out and cook, and boom. It will not go to waste, I promise you that. I promise you that. So you guys, while you're waiting with me patiently, and I appreciate y'all coming in and waiting patiently, I was telling you guys earlier about how getting sick, being changed off medication, having to go see the nutrition, and actually finding out some very informative information about just the different things that interact with different medication. Once again, portion size, learning portion size. Growing up, you know, who in the room was ever made a plate by your grandmother, auntie, someone older? It was your elder, and they told you had to eat everything on your plate, or you couldn't leave the table till everything on that plate was eaten, or you couldn't, you know, you couldn't get no dessert until everything on that plate was eaten. That caused like a ripple effect for people as they got older to start having experience with obesity, because after being a child, now becoming an adult, you go back to thinking, I gotta eat everything on the plate. And the thing is, as the years went by, if you can even think back to when you went to your great grandmother's house or your grandmother's house, if you can think back, remember how small the plates were? They were not as large as they make the plates now. I remember it well. It would seem what they told me in nutrition, what they call now a salad plate, not a saucer, not like a dessert plate, but a salad plate is what you should be eating your meal off of. And that should be it. That should be your protein. That should be your veggies, your fruit, grain. So when I was going to my nutrition class, it was actually through my job when I worked at City Clean, and was sponsored with Scott and White. I never did use it because I knew one day I would be able to use this prop. This is a prop. But look what it says. I mean, you probably can't see it, but it's showing this top half right here. It's supposed to be your fruits and vegetables. And in this bottom portion right here is protein. Now, this side over here says whole grains. That would be like your bread, or, you know, anything with, you might have like maybe cornbread, but that's not really good. But anything that have like a grain to it. Probably, I would say maybe a wheat bread or something. My plate over here normally won't have anything in it as far as grains. Rice, beans. I probably won't have much in that, because rice too is a carb. Now, I don't count calories, but I do watch carbs. I need to make that on a shirt. So, as years have gone by, people got away from portions. That's where the obesity, and then obesity leads to having different types of health issues. So I'm so glad I kept this. I was thinking about it when me and my brother was talking about it, because he was like, I just don't know if, you know, this will be, it's just about portion control. It's just about, you know, being able to push back. And like I said, when I was going through this nutrition class, they said the plates that they make now, people will fill that whole plate and eat that whole plate when your body is already telling you that you're full. So you have to, you know, get in the habit of start eating on a smaller plate. If you guys who've watched my lives, y'all always see me pull out this plate. And y'all always see me pull out this plate. I have way more sets of dishes than this one, but this is my smallest plate. That would be almost like a salad plate. This keeps me in, you know, in control of what I'm eating. On here, I'm able to put whatever, if I have a main course meal, you know, a main thing like the fettuccine will be here, and if I was going to have a salad or something. Today, I'm just going to have that fettuccine, and then I'll have my bread on this plate, and I won't have any more. Also, another thing they told me is your water intake. You need to balance out your water intake. Y'all, that pie is coming along, and it smells so good in here. I thank y'all for coming and joining me. I want y'all, if y'all feel, if the Spirit leads you to do it, please share my page. It is a work in progress. I know it is. God is working with me, and He's guiding me, and I'm listening to His word. And I say that sincerely because when it was time for me, when I was thinking about retiring, it was God's voice that I heard. Whew. I'm going to get emotional. It was God's voice that told me to step out on faith. And that's exactly what I did, and I don't regret it, not one bit. So when I'm making stuff and I'm doing it, I think about the voice. I make sure that I listen for His voice, I listen for His guidance, I listen for the direction. So I'm glad you guys are here following me, supporting me on this. And a lot of times, like I said, the devil be busy and had me thinking, oh, you know, there's more people doing this. Why you want to do it? I've always cooked. If you're my family or you've been around me long enough to know, you know I have always cooked. This ain't something that I just started saying, oh, you know what? I think I should just start cooking. I've been cooking. I remember being a little girl making mud pies. Now today, I'm making peach pies. So, as you know, it's not something that I just was in my bed, dreamed it, oh, look, tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. No, this is something I have been doing for a long time. Being the oldest daughter that my parents had together, my mom went to work when my sister was 6. So me being the oldest girl at the house, I helped out, and helping out was making sure, combing their hair, and then making sure, you know, cooking little meals and stuff. So that got me into it, and my family is big. So I learned how to cook, you know, large amounts of food. That's probably why today I didn't do a good job on splicing this, but I tried nonetheless. So saying that is, that got me already training in making big meals or cooking. It wasn't something that I just thought up overnight and it's a get rich scheme or anything like that. It's a passion that I've always had. When they told me you got to change the way you eat, you got to condition your mind to think for, you know, differently than what it is. If not, you're going to continue to, every summer while I was on prednisone, which is a corticosteroid, I kid you not, I would swell up, my feet would swell up, my face, I mean, I would be miserable. Eventually, I was on that medication for 7-8 years. And finally, they weaned me off of it, put me on a different medication, and it didn't have any of those bad side effects. Actually had a reverse where it actually took my appetite, and I started losing weight. When I started losing the weight, I was like, I have to tone up, because if you start dropping weight real fast and you don't tone, it becomes flabby and it becomes extra skin. And I did not want that. So once they changed me off the medication, I started working out. Back then it was Zumba, and then I worked my way up to going to elliptical, treadmill, weights. So when COVID hit, I was like, man, what am I gonna do? The gyms had closed. I bought an elliptical, worked out in my garage. In where I live, there's a walking track. I stayed busy. Still drinking my water, still doing everything. Once the gym opened back up, I actually joined the gym in July. And I'm better working out in the gym because I feed off of the people that's in the gym. Because I feel like if they can go hard, I can go hard. I'm kind of competitive. So that's what I like. I like going to the gym and actually getting in the work. I'm not a bodybuilder, so I don't go and stay for hours at a time. I do 25 to 30 minutes of cardio, and that's either going to be elliptical or on the treadmill. I will do my legs, my thighs, my arms, and I'm out. That's just what I do when I go to the gym. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about today too, please go to my Be Fit For You page, my group page, Let's Cook. Submit recipes or ideas of something you can think of that you may want me to cook or try, and we can do it here on live. I love doing that. Yesterday, I want y'all guys to go out there and check my first food field trip that I did yesterday. I went to Salt Traders in Round Rock. Y'all, I have been to Round Rock, I don't know, 50, 11 times. Never tried this place. Went there because my ortho hygienist was talking about, she was asking me about my Facebook page. And she asked me what was the last event, and we was talking about that. And I was telling her, somehow we came up about this lobster roll. On talking about the lobster roll, she was telling me about Salt Traders. So that's why when somebody tells me something, oh, this is good, I go and do my research. I go and look at the reviews. I go and look and see, what's on the menu, and then I decide if it's worth the trip for me to go. So that's how I went to that. But you guys go out there, join my Be Fit For You, Let's Cook. That is a group where we talk about food, where we talk about healthy eating. It's no judgment zone. You can put stuff on there that is, you would think may not be healthy. I may be able to cook it where it would be healthy. That's another thing they taught me in a nutrition class sometimes, and that was a good thing about the air fryer. I love fried chicken. Most people do, but the air fryer helped me learn how to cook it and still have a crisp coating on it. And so that's a good thing about having that nutrition class. It gave me a different outlook on how to prepare things, and then it make it taste good or resemble. That's why I started liking cauliflower. Cauliflower, you can make it mashed, and it resembles, if you season it, put the butter, salt and pepper in it, or cheese, I promise you it'll taste like mashed potatoes. It still got a cauliflower taste to it, but the texture of it, if you know how to make it, or you go to a restaurant and they make it right, you won't be able to tell. I mean, by the menu, you'll already have your mindset, this is cauliflower, not mashed potatoes. But the consistency of it and whatever you're eating, it's gonna satisfy you missing a potato and you eating cauliflower, I promise you. So that, learning how to substitute things and eat, a little bit better has helped. I'm looking at my pie, and we got a little bit more brown on the crust, and we got 22 minutes on the pasta. You guys have any questions for me? Anything y'all want to ask? Let's not all talk at one time now. Come on, y'all. I got y'all some jazz playing. I got y'all some music playing. Y'all, This is my cheese bread that I'm gonna put in the oven here in a minute. My pie is gonna be ready in a minute. I'm gonna slide this on in there. Matter of fact, I can put it on the bottom. Yeah, I ain't gotta wait. I'm acting like I only got one little rack in my stove. I can just put it on the bottom. It don't have to cook fast. You sure don't. So yeah, I still got quite a lot left in this. This probably made a whole nother dish of fettuccine. Somebody come and get a plate. Somebody come and get a bowl. I won't even be mad. That recipe called, it said 3 pounds of crawfish. Could y'all imagine? And 2 bags of the fettuccine noodles. I used 1 bag, and that was too much. I probably should have just went my first line and used half, but like I said, when you're doing live, you want to make sure you have enough of everything. You don't want to be like, oh, wait a minute, I think I'm short. So it's better to have more than not enough. And this was my first time making it, so, you know, kind of winging it and making, you know, sure that I had enough of everything, the consistency of everything. I'm going to need that. That's my garnish. We're almost there, you guys. We'll be able to plate it up, have some goodness. I'll plate it, I'll say grace. Y'all, I got a little emotional there. I'm telling you, when God is speaking to you, it's like, you like, you sit on things and you wonder like, why am I sitting on it? I know where it's coming, whose voice it is. And for me, when you're not distracted, when there's nothing in your way of not being able to hear his voice, you know it's his voice. As long as you got distractions or you got things that's going on, you won't be able to hear his word. It'll be distorted. It will lead you doing things that you'll second guess even more because you're not hearing a clear voice. But once you remove all the distractions, stress, drama, doubt, you'll be able to hear clearly from God. And that's what it was for me. And so I did get a little emotional because I'm telling you, I seen the writing on the wall. And even though after seeing the writing on the wall, I still was trying to make it work. And it just like one thing after the next. And the thing I heard was like, step out on faith. Step out on faith. And then the next thing that I heard after that was, I didn't bring you this far to leave you. And I knew that it was God's voice. It wasn't nobody in the room. It wasn't loud. It was like, you know how you just, I ain't crazy. I know. Because I battled with doing it. And once I was like, you know what? I keep hearing it. Step out on faith. Step out on faith. I stepped out on faith. And I love my decision. Point blank. Life has been rewarding. Life has been exciting. And I can't even put it all into words, but I'm glad that I listened when I heard his voice telling me. And he's guided every step since then in listening and hearing him. God will not give you, or not, God will not direct you and it be wrong. God is right. So in everything that has happened or is happening is all in the right direction. I don't know if you guys were able to go out there and look at my my numbers that I posted on Be Fit For You. my live events is reaching millions, like 3.2 million on my live video that I had with the air fried wings. That was one video. And even if they listen to it for 3 seconds, or even if they listen to it 5 seconds, even if they don't go through the whole thing, it still reached. And then I had shares. That was just one video. So you can't tell me what I hear from God is not true. That was one. And what really kind of started me and gave me the confidence, I went on vacation and I wanted oxtails. And we went to this restaurant. While I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? It's a good vibe. You know, they had like the reggae music going. And I was like, okay. I went live. 7.8 million views on that one video of watching me eat. I didn't prepare anything, nothing. I just was eating, conversating, talking about the food. The food was really good. Got to try some calypso rice for the first time. That was a food field trip. I didn't even, you know, have it titled back then. But who would have known? Just stepped out on faith that day. I was like, you know what? This is a good setup here. Music was going, everything was nice. Just went live. And look at me now. Can't get me off live. Can't get me off live if you wanted to. I have a lot of fun here. A lot of fun. So guys, my pasta is coming along. We got about 14 minutes. My bread is almost done. I was just taking out the pie because I got another little step I want you guys to see. So let's see. All right, so I take it out right about here. Y'all see that it got a little light brown crust on it. What I like to do is go back in with my nutmeg and my butter and sugar mixture and just put some of that juice deliciousness on top of it. Oh yes indeed. That's what I do. I'll try to get it all up here on this crust. And then I'm gonna put it, it's kind of like basting it. And I'm gonna put it back in the oven for a few more minutes. And that's gonna be ready. And then we'll just be waiting 13 more minutes on our pasta. And I will get out of y'all hair. And I'm so glad y'all joining me, supporting me. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I really do. Y'all, that pasta, ooh, honey. Ooh-wee, baby. That's my friend from Louisiana say, baby. I can't say it like the Nolans, but hey, baby. They be singing to you. Yes. I'm so glad to make this meal. So glad to make this meal. I looked at it and I saw it had me a crawfish. Now, that's crazy thing is I don't like the crawfish, like to eat them. But if they're like the tails, like when I go to Razul's and they have like the crawfish basket, but I don't like the, you know, with, no, not so much. Y'all, I be drinking water. Gotta have your water, y'all. You got to drink your water. So, I usually drink like 2 of these a day. This is 74.4 ounces. So, combined, that's like 148. 2 of these. This is my first one today. Probably gonna drink a half one. I'll finish this one off here, and then I'll probably drink half more before bed. I don't want to drink a whole gallon because I'm not trying to be up during the night. So I'll probably drink 38 ounces more before the day is up, before the night is up. But yeah, if you get your water in, watch your food portion, you can lose weight. And you can still eat, you know, basically whatever you want to eat. Within moderation. Within moderation. Within moderation. Let me get my bread out before it burns if I ain't already burned it. Nope, it's still looking good. I got it on the bottom. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. We almost there, y'all. We in the down spiral. But y'all gotta know, when you come, you know you gotta do them. When you're making something from scratch, like I just made with the crawfish, fettuccine, the Cajun crawfish, you gotta know what it's gonna take. And I prepped as much as I possibly could so you guys wouldn't have, y'all didn't have to watch me chop the onion, the celery, the bell pepper. Y'all didn't have to watch me. I started the noodles before the live, so that would kind of flow. So I know it's lengthy, but I do appreciate y'all all hanging out with me and being here. But we about to have some goodness here in a whole couple more minutes. Yes. And I was saying on one of my videos one day, what was I making? Oh, I think it was when I had made the smothered pork chops with the, what was it I made? Mashed potatoes and broccoli and cheese. On that video, I got like 2.7 million views. I had to post it. I got a lot of views on that. I did. So, this is views. It doesn't matter how long they view it. It counts. Once you click on it, it counts. Yep. So, but I've been having good, most people have watched it either when I'm doing it live or they go back and watch it if they miss it. So, I'm appreciative either way. I want to get to the point where I start getting where they put commercials off in it, because I'll get paid if they put commercials off in it, because it's long. The video is long for you guys. But when it replay, it'll be where whoever's ever watching, there'll be a video in it. So y'all pray for me now. Y'all pray. I believe and I'm trusting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I don't doubt it, because I know too much about it. Yes. I do not doubt it. We almost there. Almost. But my pie and my bread, I'm going to get it on out. I got my bread. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all love cheese, so I got me some 5 cheese breads. Yes. And I'm gonna take out my pie. And we got 7 minutes on the fettuccine, y'all. Ooh, 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 ooh. I might could pull it on out because most of the only thing in it that wasn't cooked was basically, and that said it was cooked. The vein and fully cooked was the crawfish. So I probably can pull it out here in a minute. Let me go ahead and get this cleaned up, and I might go ahead and pull it out and just look at it. The noodles was cooked. Everything in it was cooked. Alrighty, guys. Alright, so look at the pie in the sky. Yes, money. Okay, y'all. So look at my dessert. And go down right here with me. Y'all look at that. Now, like I said, I did a shortcut today because we're against time. So this is my thing on my spin on having the best of both worlds. We're gonna have a nice meal. We're gonna have some dessert. It was my shortcut. Now, that's my business. Like I said, I know how to peel peaches. I was in there in my grandmother's kitchen when she was making peach preserves. She got them peaches off the tree, honey, and made them peach preserves. So don't think that I don't know how to peel peaches and I'm just throwing stuff together. I know how to make stuff from scratch. If you go back and watch my videos, we made those pork chops. I made that gravy from scratch. I made the cheese sauce that went on the broccoli from scratch. Y'all see me mash them fresh potatoes from scratch. So I know how to cook from scratch when need be. Just for time, I was like, let me just make it like this today. Everybody wanted me to make the peach pie, peach cobbler. So that is my spin on it. I'm gonna go ahead and y'all. So remember, I was working in the air fryer that day, and I didn't have my little mittens. Trying to go over there messing with stuff. Ha ha! I was in Marshall's yesterday. Got them. Heat resistant. So now when I'm in my air fryer, y'all won't see me over there getting burnt or turning stuff. I am good to go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Somebody take a print screen. No, a screenshot. Y'all know what I mean. Come on, Dalen. Go on and do a screenshot. Got it? The same on crawfish. What you the same on crawfish, brother? I missed it. Probably something I was talking about. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all know y'all ready. Let me turn off this oven, because if not, it's gonna be beeping here on me. Timer off. Okay. Cancel. Timer off. Okay. Then I gotta. There we go. Okay, y'all. Let me get my plate. Y'all. I got the wrong kind of spoon to actually dig this out. Y'all see that? Oh my. Oh my. Where is my... Yeah, that made a lot. And I'm telling you, I cut it, and it still made a lot. Okay. And I'm gonna put one of my pieces of breads in here. Bam. Take a picture. Screenshot. I know, I can't either. Somebody got me on a screenshot. Not, I have to go back, huh? All right, you guys, I got it plated. We're gonna say grace. Y'all gonna see me eat, and then before I go, I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put the peach cobbler in a bowl and everything so y'all can see me actually cut into it and bowl it up. So y'all can get that experience as well. So one moment, let me get us over to plated. Lost my lights. All righty. Yeah, I still lost my light. Okay, gotta move it. Okay, I'll get my light back here in a minute. This is a production, people. When I get big time, I'll be able to give me all of this moving parts. I'm gonna still be Pam though. I am. Okay, you guys can see the food. Okay, so I got some Parmesan cheese that I'm gonna put on it, and another little touch that I always see them when they cook in New Orleans, they always put parsley flakes for garnish on food. Now I can be real Cajun. Yes. Okay, so now we gotta have another shot. Okay, can you get a screenshot of this for me, sis? It's got I got the parsley flakes on there. You know, you go to New Orleans, Louisiana, they always got them parsley flakes on there for garnish. You always gotta have that. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. About to drop my whatchamacallit. Okay. I got everything out the oven. Okay, the pie. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me get my water. I'm gonna say grace. I'm gonna eat. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. So, brother, since you submitted this. All right, y'all, let's pray. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for a blessed day, a blessed Sunday, Lord. Thanking you, Lord, for this moment, this time. Thanking you, Lord, for my life, my health, my strength. Thanking you, Lord, for my friends, my family, all who are supporting me in this endeavor. I thank you, Lord, for allowing me and giving me insight, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for giving me patience to hear your voice and follow on your voice. I ask that this food serve nourishment to my body in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 All right, brother. I'm going to tell you now. Way out in Utah. I have to overnight yourself to the next truck stop. Y'all, it's good. And I knew it would be. My eyeball game do not lie. I thank God. My grandmother, my mother, my grandmothers and my mother. You know, my mom, I would watch her, like, you know, be in the kitchen. I'm not going to even lie. When I saw the recipe and it had the celery in it, I almost ate 6 that. Because I'm not big on celery. But you know what? Because I'm marinating it with the sauce and everything, it actually turned out good. It actually turns out really well. Y'all, if y'all seen anything today worth sharing with your friends, your co-workers, please do. Your neighbors. Facebook is regulating me because I have more followers now than I have likes. Y'all. Like all my videos. Go back, play them back. Like. Share. Kimberly, you trying to call me? I'm still on live, showing up good food. Y'all want some? This is really, really good. Man, I can only imagine tomorrow when I take this to work for leftovers for my lunch. And you know all the season's gonna be in just like really married with this pasta. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna bowl up. I'm gonna bowl up the dessert. So y'all can see that the pie. That way, y'all will see it. And know that it is good. Good to go. Y'all, that pasta is so good. I'm already getting full too. Okay. All right, so here is, I need to get a knife. It's gonna be hot. Sis, you should come and get this, get some food because it came out a whole lot. A lot of it. And I'm telling you, I cut it in half, the recipe. Y'all see that? Look at that. Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that goodness? I still got my sauce over here with my honey, my sugar, butter, and nutmeg. So there you go. Look at that. Good to go. But I will eat that after I finish my food. Just wanted you guys to see me actually cut up the pie, plate it. I can't eat sweet stuff and then go to my food. So, but I want you guys to see it. I'm glad y'all came out to support me on here today on live. I appreciate it. I am Pam. I am the owner, founder of Be Fit For You. Be fit for you spiritually. be fit for you emotionally, be fit for you physically, and be fit for you financially. I love you guys. Thank you all for joining and watching. See y'all again till the next time. Go on my Be Fit For You page and like, share, join, follow. Also go on my group. Go in there, submit your recipes, your ideas, your thoughts. If you have any questions about maybe substituting, learning how to substitute something for a vegetable for something else, or anything that I may can help you with on your food journey, or learning how to season, or learning how to plate or put things together for a healthy meal for you and your family. But until next time, you guys, love y'all. See y'all soon.